Sofia Coppola was born May 14, 1971, to documentarian Eleanor Coppola and popular Hollywood auteur Francis Ford Coppola. She grew up on her parents' Californian farm, immersed in film and filmmaking from birth. Her career started as an infant as she made background appearances in her father's films, including in the Godfather trilogy. She has said that she never really wanted to act and only did so to help out her father when he asked. After acting in her father's films, she confirmed that she did not want to go into acting. At 15, she interned with Chanel, and she later dropped out of college and started her own clothing line called Milk Fed, which is now sold exclusively in Japan. Coppola began her career as a director with a short film called Lick the Star in 1998. It wasn't too popular, but it played quite a few times on the independent film channel. A year later, she made her feature film directing debut with the critically acclaimed The Virgin Suicides. This film is about the abnormal lives of 5 sisters from the American suburbs. Her second feature film was Lost in Translation. It stars Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, who play 2 American strangers in Tokyo who form an unlikely bond and experience many adventures that distract them from their meek reality. Lost in Translation won Coppola the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay and 3 Golden Globes, including for Best Picture for Musical or Comedy and Best Screenplay. Next, she did a biopic about the ill-fated Queen of France during the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette, which expertly demonstrates her love of fashion and costume. She then did Somewhere, which won her a Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival, and was interviewed by Joel Cohen, who has professed his admiration for her. Her most recent films are her 2013 film, The Bling Ring, based on a Vanity Fair article about a group of Californian teens who live a life of unearned luxury by breaking into and robbing the homes of celebrities, and her 2017 film, Beguiled, which won her Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival. In a majority of her films, Sofia Coppola likes to explore the theme of an insight into the excess, particularly of the lives of the misunderstood. Coppola likes to use intertextual references and base her films off real life. The Bling Ring is based on a real string of burglaries in the early 2000s, and Marie Antoinette is based on the French queen in the late 1700s, who is attributed to the infamous line, "Let them eat cake." Like Roman Polanski and David Cronenberg, Coppola enjoys ambiguous, unresolved endings. They are left open for the audience to decide the fate of the film. Coppola includes sequences that visually and musically capture the feeling that the characters are chasing. So, for scenes in The Bling Ring, where the fame-chasing characters are dancing in the club, the music and the visuals closely resemble the appearance of a music video. Many of Coppola's films contain postmodern elements like the Coens' The Big Lebowski and Fincher's Fight Club, including an unclear time period, text on screen, and references to other texts. A final trope of hers is her love of the exploration of characters in a point of transition, which can be seen in our film as well.
I'm also interested in characters that, not the drama, but it's kind of about characters, people in transition, and how people can be motivated to change, not from some big outside disaster or being held hostage, but just kind of some little moment in life. It doesn't sound like a big deal. I feel like in life, those are the things that make you look at yourself or change, and so I'm curious to try to show that more internal drama.
Coppola has always been influenced by music and fashion, 2 of her key interests. This is reflected in her films with extraordinary costumes and music compositions that tell stories themselves. Sofia Coppola has always been influenced by her father, Francis Ford Coppola. Though their films are polar opposites, having grown up immersed in her father's work, she learned filmmaking skills and developed habits from him. They both have rather existential films, and since her father is so encouraging of her, his advice to her is always well received. Stemming from a family of film, Coppola branched out and formed her own style of filmmaking, and her career blossomed into the independent success that she is today, with films that can be described as nothing less than artistic masterpieces.